We got a lot of... Hello, my name's Larry Smith. Today I'm in downtown Margaretville in front of Larry DeBari's former barn that he's been doing over and renovating to become the very nice looking Expressions gift shop and his own paint store and carpet store, and from what I understand, apartments in the back. I'm here with the main carpenter of the place, Danny Conlon. Danny, how you doing?
Hi, Larry.
And Larry had suggested that I come over and talk to you and have you explain a little bit about, since you're the main carpenter, of how things were going.
Well, I'll try.
Okay. First of all, can you give us a little history of the building?
All right. Well, a long time ago, it was a livery stable. It used to have some little windows in the back where the actual horse stalls and stuff used to be. And then in this part right here where this window was, there was an overhead door, and this was a body shop for a garage. It had a pit in there and the whole works. All right, and we just started, well, when we started on the back and put up a warehouse because we had carpets all in the old barn, so we had to have a warehouse for the carpets to clean this out.
Right, you had to move them someplace so you had a room to work.
Yeah, right. All right, so that's what we did. We started on the back with that and then gutted this all out and moved Dennis in here, you know, put all the new windows in, sided it and whatever.
Do you know how long the building, when the building was built originally?
Oh, geez. I really wouldn't. It's
certainly
got to be something like 75 or 100 years old.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's probably one of the older buildings in town, I would say.
Uh-huh. And when did you start construction on the back part of the building?
May.
May
10th. This 83.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Start walking back to the back here where you started your work. Now over here, right here is Expressions.
Yep.
That's
where Larry used to keep all his carpets, and they all had to be moved to the back.
Uh-huh. And who is the proprietor of Expressions right now?
Dennis.
Dennis?
I don't even know his last name.
Okay. And now we're walking across where DeBari's
It's
paint...
split right in half. The whole old barn is split right in half. So half is Expressions and half is Larry's paint store with his warehouse in the back.
So these two stores up here are the same exact size?
Yeah,
just about?
Same size.
Okay, let's go on to the back. Danny, now this is the first...
This is where we started last spring in May, you know, digging out and getting footers in. And this was the warehouse, right? We got 3 apartments upstairs. And we're going to have this front part of the warehouse as a carpet showroom area, all right? And that window there is going to be another bow window that's going in there. And the deck's coming all the way around. And the reason this shed is on here like this is because we had a whole legal thing to do with a sewer line running through here, and I had to cut part of the building off because it couldn't come out this far. That's why we ended up with this shed here.
So you can't, in other words, you can't have a piece of building that is on top of a...
Sitting on the right-of-way of the sewer line, which is maintained by the Board of Water Supply, City of New York.
So in other words, what I considered to be your very intricate design here is really dictated because there's a sewer line.
Dictated by a right-of-way from the City of New York, yeah.
Very interesting. Well, you did an excellent job because it's certainly appealing enough to the eye.
It's different. It's not symmetrical. No, we were going to do it. It was going to look completely different, really.
And now, how long did it take you to build this section? In months?
Just to frame it, maybe a month and a half.
And then how long did...
Just as soon as we got this framed and the roof on, we went into the old barn and started gutting that out and moving carpets out of there and tearing it out so we could... You know, we worked our way all the way to the other end so we could get Dennis done first and then worked our way back.
Now, you yourself, are you known as an independent contractor?
Yeah, I'm a freelancer.
Uh-huh. So how did you get this particular job?
Well, I've known Larry for, geez, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, and he's always passed jobs off whenever he had them. And
what's some of the other jobs you've done around the area?
Well, the Hairport, as far as one in town, and I'm just mainly a remodeler. So this is one of the bigger new constructions and bigger constructions I've done.
Uh-huh. And then how far out of the area do you go, or do you generally try to stay right in the area?
Right in the immediate area. I don't work probably a 10-mile radius from my house, and that's it. And
well, that's wonderful.
Busy all year.
Good. So can we go up and see some of the apartments?
Yep.
Okay. This is, how many apartments are up here?
There's 3 up here, and they're all the same size. And they're going to be 1 bedroom, bath, kitchen, living room, dining room.
Okay, now obviously this isn't finished, but let's pretend it was. Why don't you point out?
Well, right now you're standing right in the living room.
Okay. And what's the approximate size of this?
These are 13 by, a little over 13 by 30.
Okay.
All right, with a loft bedroom.
Okay.
With a skylight in
These,
the bedroom.
I can imagine this would be the
That's the stairs to go up into the loft.
And how big is the loft going to be?
The loft's like a 10 by 10 type area.
Okay. Now where would your kitchen be?
The kitchen's going to be on the end, right there by the window.
Uh-huh.
Should have took the door down, huh? All right, but it's going to be a U-shaped kitchen with a little bar facing this way. And then that's the bathroom in the corner with a closet on the end of it. And that's the whole apartment right there. It's just going to be one big walk-through area here, except for the bedroom and the bathroom.
Okay, now where we walked up the steps, the entrance I would imagine will be right where we walked in.
Yep, slider doors.
Okay, and there's going to be 3 of those. Okay, looks
Out on the ballpark.
maybe we could come back when you have it completed and look at a finished model.
For sure, it'll look a lot better than it does now.
Okay, now let's go look at Larry's warehouse.
Okay. This front part, all right, and he's got the door, he's standing in the doorway there, but this front part's going to be the carpet showroom, right, with all the samples on the walls and everything. And then the back part in there is just the warehouse. It's all going to be on racks, all the carpets, linoleums.
Now this is the carpet showroom as opposed to the paint place?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't you introduce us to some of your coworkers here?
All right, here's my main helper, DeBari, right here.
Gerard, how you doing?
Good, Larry.
I understand you're going to be pitching for B. Michaels this year?
Yep, I'm gonna try.
Well, that's wonderful. And who's your other guy down there?
That's Brian Smith, our main painter on the job here. Painted the whole outside and all the inside as we get it done.
Brian, how you doing? I'm Larry Smith. It's nice to meet you. You're doing a wonderful job here.
Thank you.
Okay, this looks like this is all completed.
This is the actual paint store, and it is complete, as you say.
Well, you did a job here, because I think I was in here maybe 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't like this at all.
No, this has all been completed in the last couple of weeks here.
And again, the size of this showroom is?
It's the same as the barn is split right in half, so they're 30 by 40. So there's 1,200 square feet of store on either side.
Okay, and the business that Larry DeBari is actually in is selling paint and selling carpets. So he has
linoleums.
He has a full line of that kind of stuff?
Yep, paints, linoleums, stains, wallpapers.
Very good.
This is Betty Burchard, Larry's secretary.
Betty, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
And how long have you been working for Larry?
10 years.
Yeah? And he's a pretty nice guy to work for.
Very nice. Very nice.
I imagine you're excited about being in the new store?
Oh, yeah. It's
Much
great.
more space than the last store?
Right. It's really great over here.
Well, wonderful. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Do you think we can go over to Expressions and
Yeah,
and
Dennis
look at
would
that?
love it.
Okay, good.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, this is lovely. This is Expressions gift shop, right?
Yep.
Now these guys used to be over in Binnacle Square,
Well,
right?
let Dennis explain that. Dennis, come
Okay.
here. Dennis, this is Larry Smith. This is Dennis Farley, the proprietor of Expression.
Dennis, how are you?
Glad to see you.
Nice to see you. Can you explain a little bit about what your store has to offer and how long you've been here? I know you were over at
Yeah, we're at the
Square.
Binnacle Square for the first, let me see, 3 years, and then last, well, actually it was Thanksgiving. We moved here, and we've been here since November, and it's been improved business. We've enlarged the store quite a bit, as you see as you're pan around. And we offer just about a little bit of everything you'd want in a gift store. Jewelry, stationery, stuffed animals. I mean, it just goes on and on. We also have a bunch of home decor items also.
Okay, now what was the reason for your move from Binnacle Square over to here?
Well, actually, we just got too big there. If you went into the store, you could hardly move. So basically, this gives us much more width. We have about, maybe 15 feet more width there. And people didn't like coming into the store, although we just received shipments today. We're a little crowded, but they didn't like walking around like this. They felt like they were going to knock the store over.
Sure, I can understand that. Well, best of luck
Yeah.
to you. If you mind, can we look around a little
Sure,
bit?
have a look.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's the whole building.
Well, thanks a lot, Danny, and you do wonderful work.
Okay, thanks,
And
Larry.
I hope maybe some of the folks at home, if they ever need some renovation or remodeling or any type of work, maybe they'll give you a call. I would imagine your number's in the book or something. Right?
Hopefully, yeah, it is.
Okay, thanks a lot. And if you see Larry DeBari out there, tell him that
Well,
we'd like to talk
and good
to him.
luck to you guys with this TV gig you're doing here.
Thanks a lot, Danny.
All right.
Okay, some of the stuff that they got in here that I particularly like, I've bought stuff like this for my kid already, my Smurf stuff. I like this store. It has stuff that a lot of times you can't get in other stores. Right now they have looks like they have a lot of Easter type stuff displayed, like bunny rabbits, Easter eggs, what do you call these things, candies, stuff like that. Basically, it's just like your gift shop. It has a whole bunch of nice types of gifts. This happens to be one of my favorite sections of this store. These cups up here, they have stuff like this. It says yes on the front, but when you turn it over, they call me stud. I didn't know that one was going to say that. But they have some other ones. Birds of a feather flock together. And you turn it over, one a flock. Stuff, I suggest anybody in town coming in here and checking out these. Maybe even if you don't buy them, they're good for humorous purposes. Also, the sign expressions. Yeah, I think this was a nice big thing of paint. As you can see, Larry DeBari, the owner of this establishment, has certainly done a wonderful job with transforming the old barn to this immaculately constructed and decorated shops. I suggest come on down here and take a look around and if you have some shopping to do, the Expressions gift shop, certainly unusual gifts in there. It's always humorous for me to go in there. I always have a good time. And the paint store over here, Larry has paints and carpets and linoleum and all that kind of stuff. So this is Larry Smith saying good afternoon.